Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the Crown's Way video newsletter. Of course, I'm your host, Kyle Roscoe, with managing partner Tony Rollo to my right. Tony, we have a lot of exciting things coming up, not only in the racing department. We have a new pin hooking group that's going to start up soon after the success that we had in 2020, early part of 2026, 25, 26. And then we also have merch coming out that Tony so graciously put on and has old merch in the background just to get everybody excited for it. But of course, Tony, the
This is
highlight
actually a blanket.
is Rocket.
Uh,
It's a blanket with the old
yeah.
merch. I get it now. You're good.
So Rocket going to make his second start. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and then obviously, like I said, we have pin hooking and merch that we will talk about. The race for Rocket is on Friday, which of course is tomorrow. Will probably be today by the time you guys end up getting this. It's race 8, post time of 3:12 p.m. Central, 4:12 p.m. Eastern time. I'll put it up on the screen right now. We are jumping up in class to win allowance, $102,000 on the line, mile 16th on the turf. Rails out just a little at 20 feet. And this is a good condition for us, I think, Tony. 3-year-olds only, which have never won 2 races, which is where Rocket fits really, really well. Even though they do have us at 12-1 on the morning line, it's a pretty good field of 9 horses. And the morning line favorite, the 2 Swift Blades at 5-2, Patrol Squad 6 at 7-2, and the 7 White Tiger at 9-2. But I really don't think they're that much better than us, especially when you're getting 12, what it looks like morning line 12-1 on us.
Yeah, there's some better resumes in there, but how they're going in form wise, I think we fit pretty well. Brad Cox has got 2 really formidable horses in here. I think Kelsey's horse can really fire at 6-1, and Rocket is doing fantastic coming in here. So it should be just it's really a class test for us, kind of the old NBA jammed heat check type thing. If he goes well and somehow wins this one, then we know we got a stakes 3-year-old, and if we hit the board, then it sets us up perfect for Kentucky Downs. If we miss the board, then we can go back to the claiming level. So really, I think this is just a really good litmus test for where we're at.
It almost is kind of like, we never like to think about it like this, but it's kind of, free money per se, as they always say. We claimed him for 30, ran him for 75, won with flying colors, then really didn't get claimed, obviously, still in the barn. Now this is the try, with the house money per se. We've won a couple hands of blackjack. Now we're trying to play a little bit with some house money. But Tony, I wanted to bring up those workouts because my gosh, is this horse been working like a bullet in the mornings. You can see on the bottom of the screen there, July 6th, the horse worked both times on the Churchill Downs training track at 46-4, which was 1 of 7 working that day, and 46-3 on July 16th for a 1 out of 10 that worked. And Armando, Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, Armando's not that type of guy to work, bullets like that. So he's really been.
No. And personally, I don't love to see it because they don't pay us to do that in the morning. But on the July 6th work, he worked in company with a pretty good sprinter in Armando's barn, and Rocket, hooked him, tried to run with him, and then that led to a quick time, him going with the sprinter. But then we gave him a little extra time between work because he had worked so fast on the 6th, and then on the 16th, he was out by himself and probably felt a little fresh and a little good. So he did that one all on his own. So I'd expect him to maybe be a little bit forward in here coming into it, just the way he is. But Arrieta was on him for both of those works.
Beautiful.
There's not a hotter rider at Ellis Park right now. If you can see on the stats, Arrieta's winning at 28%. And there was never a question if he was getting off us for this race. After the last race, he definitely wanted to ride this horse back. So everything has gone as good as can be with Rocket so far.
And that's the thing, right? Is you get a lot of green flags, what Tony just said. You get the rider being on the workouts for both the times that this horse has gone really fast. The fact that the horse worked with a sprinter and then came back by himself and still worked a really fast time. Again, with Arrieta aboard, getting to know the horse is only a positive. And Tony, the one thing we always used to joke is it never seemed like we had a rider, for each race. Smokin' Jay was the number one, offender of this, was kind of seemed like we got a different jockey every single time they ran. Francisco rode him last time, got him back in the mornings, and now he's climbing back aboard again. That's only one attest to what he thinks Rocket can do, but also just such a positive aspect in that regard.
Yeah, and I think some of that has to do with Arrieta not being a household name in the state of Kentucky. But I mean, he keeps winning at 28%. He's going to become one pretty quickly. So
that's what I was going to say.
But yeah, it's great to have him back on. And yeah, like I said, we're just going to see where we're at, and should be another big price. Maybe he can blow up the tote board again.
Although I will think, Tony, just based on those, people love to see those bullet workouts on the bottom. I think he probably will come down from 12-1. I expect him to be somewhere in the 7-8-1 range. I feel like that might be pretty good for us because, again, there's a couple horses that have a little bit better, you said resumes, but a little more tried and tested. There's been a couple horses like the number 2, in this race, Swift Blade for Brad Cox, who just has a couple more of those races at this level, and he's done decently well. And then the 1 Patrol Squad 6 kind of has that same type of thing, although that horse is 5 for 9 outside of the 1 wins in the money. So maybe that horse is kind of a burner. It's just seemed to be said, and there's a lot of horses like Patrol Squad 6, which kind of just plateaued almost, kind of just showing what they are. This guy could be the limit for Rocket, especially if he's looking that good in the mornings. I don't expect anything short of a good run, and if we can catch a win, that'll be obviously positive. And then if we don't, Tony, like you said, the plan is to go to Kentucky Downs for that big money.
Yeah. So, I mean, running a really good second here isn't the worst thing with the Kentucky Downs looming and not wanting to burn the condition. But if he does burn the condition for 100,000, I guess we won't be too depressed about it.
Yeah, that'd be so terrible. Let me tell you, that would be so bad. But yeah. So that's the plan, guys. So if he does win, we'll assess our stakes options probably coming down the line. If not, Kentucky Downs. If he runs well, Kentucky Downs will still be the angle here for Go for Rocket. And then if he doesn't run well, which knock on wood that he doesn't run poorly, he will probably go back to the claiming ranks. And speaking of a couple new horses, Tony, pin hooking, it was all on the rise for us this last year. It kind of showed exactly what this group could be about. Over 2x ROI at the end of it for the investors' money. And of course, after that type of showing, we're bringing it back for 2027.
Yeah. So I talked to Tom this week. There's actually a very good article written about him. I'll attach it when I send this out so you guys can learn more about. Basically, I mean, he's as much a part of the team as Kelsey or Armando, as he's the one who trains these pinhook horses for us. And when I talked to him, we decided, we want to expand this. After year 1, we want to look at Saratoga to buy. That's a little bit of a higher price point, but also hopefully a higher return at the end of it. We're still going to shop at Keeneland like we did last year as well. But that is the reason we're going to be launching this group probably a month early compared to what I started at last year. So, yeah, we're open for business now in the pinhooking group. Last year, we did a 118% return. For quick math at home, for 10,000 a share, that the people that invested 1 share last year, I think got just under 22,000 back. And we hope that this leads to our partners having more money in their pocket, leading to us being able to buy a higher class 2-year-old like we did with Crown the Lady, who's getting ready for her first breeze as well. So we're getting close with her to at least start breezing. But yeah, so the pin hooking, it's 10,000 a share. We're going to be buying at Saratoga. That is August 10th and August 11th. And then we'll also be buying at the Keeneland September. And if we have money left in the bankroll, then Phasig, Lexington, I believe that's October. So those are going to be our 3 spots that we're going to be looking to buy. We bought 5 last year. We had 25% of each. This year, I'd like to have 10 that we're flipping. Just trying to build on that successful business model that we believe we've uncovered. And the way the full crop keeps going with the horses, the full crop going down, and the demand for horses, I think, is staying pretty steady. The supply and demand just leads to horses becoming very expensive. And I think we saw how that the market is still in a good place with a horse like Second City Saint, who we sold last week, bringing 20,000 at a sale when she wasn't getting claimed for 16 the week before. I think the demand for horses is still there. The market is still in the right place for us to try to make a lot of noise with this pinhooking group again in 2027.
And not to mention, Tony, I feel like the biggest, I feel like eye opener for a lot of people, including myself, this is the first time I've ever been a part of something like this, was that Jackie's Warrior colt that we put through when we were in OBS March. Really wasn't getting that many looks at all. And so, you sell them there, you probably sell them for, somewhere in the 5 digits. Then, but you made
a loss on
right, exactly. And you made the decision to keep them, put them back into training with Tom, bring him back out for OBS June, and then he nets 300,000 because that demand for people that didn't get in April, now in June. And obviously he's brought some eyes there because there's a lot less horses in from April to June. So people that are wanting, that demand goes up. So I feel like that's number one. If the horse would have sold for, let's say, 40,000, taking a loss on that colt, instead bringing a pretty decent profit in that horse in June. So again, we'd love to, if you have any questions, we of course would love to work with you guys. Everything is on the bottom of the screen right now. You can follow us on X at Crownsway Racing or email Anthony Rollo at crownswayracing.com, and he'll be happy to answer any questions you do have, whether it's on Rocket or the pinhooking group or Tony, sorry, please go ahead. What do you?
One more thing about the pinhooking. I know some of our clients wanted to follow along with the horses that we have sold and where they are. And our first one is actually the first one that we sold is actually slated to run on Sunday at Ellis Park in the 5th race. Carcadian, the number 4 horse in the 5th race on Sunday for Kenan LaRose.
Ooh, I like Kenan.
And so yeah, wanted to let people know we'll probably keep people updated, especially if one of them becomes a stakes performer. We want to see these horses that we sold do well, so people know the next time they're coming to these sales that we've bought good horses from these people in the past. Let's keep that going, just like the way we've bought good horses from Tom in the past, and we continue to support Tom and buy horses from him. But yeah, that was our Not This Time colt. He was the one that sold in March. So he was the first to sell. He's the first of the races, and we'll see what he has.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, I don't think morning lines are out. Oh, they are. He's 12-1 on the morning line right now. But Kenan LaRose, for those that don't know, he's a really astute young guy. He took over for Tom Amos's barn. So that's a very exciting prospect. And that, of course, was the first one that we sold, Tony, and they'll continue to pop up as we go along. Of course, the horses that get sold later most likely won't get to the racetrack until later, just of course due to the training time. Last thing we'll talk about, Tony, then we'll end this video newsletter, is merch. The Crownsway merch department has been hard at work out in Illinois. As you can see the pan right there.
We're in the merch office.
The merch has been going hard, of course. But Tony, you're wearing it right now. We have not only polos, but T-shirts also available. And of course, let the partners know how they can get their hands on.
Yep. So we have the new Under Armour polos in white. I believe these are $45. Courtney did all the work on this. This is really Courtney's baby. If you guys want to get in on the merch, reach out to Kyle. Kyle, I didn't run this by you, but are you okay with taking some merch orders?
Yes, that is fine. I can do that too.
So you can reach out to Kyle at Crownsway, Kyle Roscoe at crownswayracing.com, and I'll show you what we got. So we have the Under Armour in white. We also have it in black with the Crownsway logo.
Other side.
With the Crownsway Racing logo. It's the Under Armour polo. We also have a lesser polo option, but still very nice quality in gray. I believe these are $20 or $25. I don't remember exactly what she did. She's probably gonna kill me for not knowing the prices.
Probably.
Hats are coming in. We outsourced the hat, so hats will be. I should have those next week for us, but we can still take orders on those. And then we have the Crownsway Racing T-shirt. We got the original logo on the front and the new design for the back. Crownsway Racing, established 2018, and I believe these are 20 or 25. I don't remember as well. So that's what we're running for the new merch. Anybody else has any other stuff they're looking for? Courtney's got this nice new machine that was a great anniversary gift. I don't know, someone got her. So if you guys want to send stuff, we can always throw the logo on something for you as well. So those are the merch options. She set up a price sheet and stuff like that I'll also attach to this newsletter.
Yeah, and again, everyone there said Courtney's been working really hard and hard enough to let Tony forget how much that she's charging for the polos and t-shirts. But either way, guys, I think it's really, I love the new logo. The pocket tees are my favorite when and I feel like a lot of younger people also wear this, where they have the one logo here and the big logo on the back. I really like the way they've done that. So again, email me, Kyle Roscoe at crownswayracing.com. Like I said, just exactly how my name's printed here. And then just like Tony's email is on the bottom. Happy to take orders. And of course, I'll send them to the Crownsway merch department so those can get put out.
And when you get them, forward them on to Courtney.
Of course. I got to send them to the merch department, man. That's the job. And Courtney, like I said, she's done a very nice job with these, and we're very excited to have her have said. And someone got that anniversary present. I don't know who did, but I'm glad that she did it, because again, this is going to be hopefully a nice merch drop for what we haven't had in a while. Now,
no, we haven't put out one in a while, and we got a lot of new partners since we've done a merch drop. I'm also excited for the hats. If you've seen the hats that we've had in the past with just the silk logo on the front, that's what they are. They're the New Era 47 brand. So top of the line hat with the flex fit. And that's what we're going with for those.
And for someone with a fat head like myself, those New Era caps will be much nicer to my head than the other ones. But still, guys, again, email me, Kyle Roscoe at crownswayracing.com. Put in your merch order. Again, polos are for sale. The nice Under Armour, and of course, the still nice, but the cheaper option in the gray for $20 to $25, whichever it is. And then, of course, the t-shirts and then the hats as well. Tony, closing thoughts. Of course, Rocket, we're very excited to have him run again. I saw Mankare, our other claim. We finally got her to train. She did. She also put up a very nice work for Armando. So a couple of other horses getting to the track. And then, like you mentioned earlier, Crown the Lady finally getting ready for her first breeze.
Yeah. And then just, I guess, a little off the cuff around the barn. Vogt came out good of his race. I believe we're looking at a small stake at Ellis before his inevitable date with Kentucky Downs. Otago's doing well. He should be racing pretty soon. Hund, we gave a little bit of a breather to. He should be ready probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Still looking, kind of trying to find a spot for him. And yeah, so that's what we got going on around the barn. And Mankare, yes, we should be ready for a race pretty shortly with her. Still kind of scoping out the right spot for her. And we're still planning on being active in the claiming group.
Yep. And again, Tony is going to be at Ellis this weekend, so you might see some fireworks come through on the Twitter feed. So again, follow us on the bottom at Crownsway Racing. That's where we do a majority of the horse communication. And speaking of course communication, before we log off today, go get in your T-Lore, everybody. It is all caps, username, password, your full name, first name, last name, all caps, username and password. It's a fantastic tool. We've had T-Lore on the show before. I'm literally just logging into mine right now so you guys can see it. That's T-Lore right there. Click on horse roster, and I can see every single one of the horses that I am a part of. It's a fantastic tool. It gives you entries, workouts, pictures, notes, everything you need to be up to date on your horses. T-Lore has it, and it's all completely free to you guys. Again, download the T-Lore app, put in all caps, first name, last name, username, and password, and get caught up on your horses today. For managing partner Tony Rallo, I've been your host, Kyle Roscoe, in the July 24th edition of the Crownsway video newsletter. Good luck to all the partners, and let's go Rocket.